to add that special blues flavor to your soloing with just one note? And if you do know how to add that special sauce, do you know how to do it in multiple positions across the neck? That's what we're going to cover today, and by the end of the video, you'll easily be able to sound much bluesier in multiple places across the neck because we're going to learn it in a musical way. First, let's discuss the typical pitfall that many of us fall into, and that is playing the same old pentatonic scale. So we're going to do everything in E minor today, so let's play it here on the 12th fret. So that's your standard minor pentatonic scale, and as I said, it's in E minor. And now we're going to make it into a blues scale by adding the flatted fifth to the scale. So here we go. There's the flat 5. There's a second one. The whole thing one more time. Now, using that version of the minor pentatonic scale is fine, but it can lead to a lot of repetitive phrases and licks. Most players, in my experience, really don't learn other ways of inserting the flatted fifth into their playing. They typically just learn it in that one shape, and those are the ones they'll tend to rely on if they want to add that blue note. That's why today I'm going to show you 2 phrasing hacks to add that flatted fifth into your minor pentatonic scale in a much more musical fashion across the neck. So this first version is a phrase that's going to take you from the 12th fret all the way down to the open E string. But think of this more as a musical phrase as opposed to just a pattern or scale. This is something musical that you can truly use, and I'm going to swing it to make it sound more musical as I play it. Let's look at it with the tablature on the screen so we can learn it together. Let's begin on the 12th fret of the E string. Then you move to 10, move to the B string, play 12. 11, that's the flat 5, down to 10, down to the 3rd string on the 12th fret. Here we're going to slide into the next octave of the pattern. So down to the 9th fret of the 3rd string, 7, down to the 4th string, on 9, 8, that's the flatted 5th, and then the 7th fret. Then we move down to the 10th fret of the 5th string, and that's where we're going to slide down to the 7th fret of the 5th string, 5th fret, down to the 6th string on the 7th fret. Here's the flat 5 again, right there, and then the 5th fret, 3rd fret, and open. Here's the whole thing slowly. And you can see I did everything with my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers instead of using the pinky right there, because it just is easier to slide with that 3rd finger. Here's what it sounds like over our track. So a second way of inserting flat 5s into your playing is to use this little pattern here, and it's really just a variation on what we just played. So we begin on the 12th fret, go down to 10, 12, 11, that's the flat 5. And then when we get to the 10 here, instead of going down like we did before to the 3rd string, now we're going to go down to the 8th fret on the same string. So it looks like this. Then we go to the next octave thereof. Then down here. Here's the whole thing again. That's a lot to digest, so don't think about the 3 sections that we just did there, the octaves. Just play one section. Get used to that first, and you can do a lot with just a little section like that. Here it is over our track. So you can tell adding that blue note, it makes you want to swing it. It's got that heavy blues flavor, and you definitely feel like you're playing something that has been taken up a notch in the blues department. Now these notes that I've been playing, they come out of the diagonal pentatonic, which is basically this. And if you want to learn more about the diagonal pentatonic, I highly recommend you check out my friend Daniel Seriff's course on it. He has that on his website, and I'll put a link in a description down below. It is by far the most comprehensive study into the diagonal pentatonics if you really want to span the fretboard and look at it in a major and minor fashion. As you can see today, I played everything with a heavy swing. That makes it more musical and, for me, easier to memorize. So it's not just like I'm sitting here and memorizing a scale. You're playing a musical phrase, and I'm sure you probably know that something that you play that is musical sticks with you much easier and longer. Think, for instance, if you've learned a song and you learned a new technique to learn that song. That new technique will stay with you much longer than if you were just learning techniques out of a book, for example. So those are the two patterns that we're covering today. It's very easy to use the flatted fifth. You never want to sit on the flat five because it's a point of tension, but it's awesome to use that and insert it into your blues playing because it really gives it that special blues flavor that you might have heard other people do, but you weren't really sure how to use it. So try throwing it into your playing. Like I said, don't sit on the note, but you can definitely use it to add tension to your blues playing. If you enjoyed today's content, please make sure to hit that like button. It really does help my channel. And also subscribe to the channel if you want to see future videos. A great free way you can support the channel other than hitting that like button and subscribing is to shop through my Sweetwater affiliate links down below. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but they carry everything from guitars to amps to pro audio. So anything you need musical, they're a great company to work with and have excellent customer service, and it helps support my channel in a small way. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time.